In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to put together a lower third graphic using PowerPoint. So this is just an exercise to teach you how to get used to building a lower third graphic for television. So the first thing I'm going to do is zoom out. If I hold down the control button and I scroll back with my mouse, I'm going to be able to zoom out to see the entire frame here. And before I do anything, I'm just going to do a quick file save as. I'm going to go into my video folder and I'm going to save this as lower third graphic with an underscore in there. Okay. So there's my PowerPoint file, lower third graphics, and I'm just going to grab the edge of these titles and I'm just going to throw them over here to the side. Okay. Now, in order to create a kind of a fake safe zone, and you should know what a safe zone is by the demonstration you watched on YouTube, I'm just going to click on the rectangle and I'm going to click and drag this so I leave about, I'm going to try to center this up, leave about an inch or so of space around the edge of the screen. Now, obviously, I'm going to zoom in here, control and scroll forward. Obviously, I have this filled in with a color. So if I just click on it, go down here, select fill color, no fill, now I've got just a regular rectangle. So what that does is it gives me a nice little safe area. And as a matter of fact, if I want to make that a little more less obvious, I can go to line color. I can click on that and maybe make it like a gray color. That's even better. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save that. And now I'm going to start building my lower third graphic. In order to build the lower third graphic, you need to decide on what you want to do. Of course, you know, most lower third graphics are used for creating names, identifying people who are in an interview. Obviously, this is not very interesting. I'm going to make a technology teacher. Just make a really quick one here for you. Resize that. You always want to resize your boxes. You don't want to make them too small, but you also don't want to make them so they have a lot of wasted space either. So I'm just going to drop that down. I'm going to make that left justified like that. And I'm going to drag this down. Now that doesn't look very interesting. It's extremely plain. I'm going to use the arrow keys to move it around. So there's nothing really to this. So to dress it up a little bit, I'm going to put some color in it. I'm going to make a box, a rectangle box like this. And what I always like to do is I like to make it so it doesn't have a line in it. So I'm going to go line color, no line, or an outline. So that makes it no outline. And we'll go to fill color, and I'll make it like a really dark blue. It's not too bad. Now, if I move this over that, obviously I can't even see it. So what I need to do is I need to send this backwards. So I just right mouse click, order, send back, or send to back, and now I can see that. But the problem is I cannot see the text very well. It doesn't have a good contrast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to change the color to something with a better contrast, and there it is. So pretty simple there. In order to make something for the technology teacher part, let's separate this out a little bit. You always want to make it all separate. That way, of course, that's not very good. There we go. That way you can move things around. So make all of your elements separate. Let's say I wanted to bring in my crest. Well, I've already downloaded my crest, at least I think I have, from Blackboard in the graphics section. So I'm going to go to Picture, from File, and I'm going to go ahead and find a cool graphic here. Let's see, I've got all kinds of neat things. Well, let's just bring the crest in here. Here's the bitmap. Let's go with this one. GIF file. Let's see what that looks like. There we go. So I'm going to dial that down like so. And I'm going to move that over that like that. It's pretty big still, so I'm going to drag that down. What you want to be careful of when you're resizing graphics, you don't want to grab it like this because obviously that's going to be distorted, so Control Z to undo. You want to grab it from the corner and that'll keep the proportions, the height and the width, the same. Okay, so that's looking pretty decent, although it's kind of got a cut part here, so let's see what I can do with this. Sometimes you can click on that and click on this little Set Transparent Color button, and then click on the white part and set it transparent. That actually worked pretty good. Sometimes it works good, sometimes it doesn't. Not too bad in this case. Not great. Let's zoom in here. It's not too bad. So if I wanted to make this even taller, to have that fit in the edge there. That'd be kind of cool. Not too bad. So that works. And then we're going to bring in Mr. Miller, and that doesn't really look very interesting, the Arial font, so I'm going to find something a little fancier here, maybe that one, and this right here. Not bad. I always like to do a little bit different font sometimes, or a different font color. We'll just try that. That doesn't look too bad. So again, very, very basic. I want you to look at the examples on my Blackboard page to see what kind of lower thirds that you can make. If I hit F5, I can see it a little bit clearer. You can notice that, or if you notice that this is not very appealing, it's got some empty spots, so you may want to undo that part. But anyway, that is the basics of making a lower third graphic. So go ahead and have some fun with that and see what you can create. Again, we're looking for a professional style lower third, and look to Blackboard for all the examples you can find.